You're listening to KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, 1021 on your dial, all day, every day. Eagle 102 KJFM Radio. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome to the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational here on Eagle 102. Mark Froning, Jim Ross here in the old high school gym, the middle school gym now, getting ready for the start of this tournament. We've got two games from this gym and two games down the hall. And Marianne and Corey Buchanan will have the call down there. And all 22 games this week right here on KJFM Radio and KJFMradio.com.
You've got your cot set up back here, right, on the stage?
No, I don't even need rest.
Okay. I'll get back to you on about Thursday.
I took Thursday night off. I'll be here, though. I'll be here. All right, but one of the argument is still out there, but it's the oldest tournament in the state of Missouri, 96 years now, and every year it gives us some moments that are surprising, some upsets throughout the week, and just always a great show put on by Matt Chance and the staff here at Bowling Green.
Yeah, without question, and the more interesting part to me is that the Bowling Green teams always seem to play a notch better in this tournament with a notch more energy than they do any other time during the season. So this year is going to really be interesting because both of those clubs have struggled in the first half of the year, first two-thirds of the season. So we'll see if they've got that extra gear. They're both going to have to come from lower seeds and see how they fare in their home tournament. And, of course, you said 96 years old. I think this gym might be 96 years old. No, maybe not.
No, not
quite.
Not quite. It's gone through some changes over the years. They closed in the wall when they built the new gym, and but it's just such a great atmosphere. And
it does have a new floor.
Oh, yeah. What was that, last year that they put in the new floor?
Looks nice.
So I just think back to all the games, all the great games that were played in this gym, and it's just great to be in here every year for the first half of the tournament week. We've got about 10 minutes to go before we start this game off. We've got Silex and Van Far, our first game here in the middle school gym, and we'll talk about that when we start the pregame show for you next on KJFM.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, Penrod Real Estate, and Clint Bowen Construction.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana. It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And welcome back to the 96 Bowling Green Invitational, getting ready for the first game of the night from the middle school gym. Number 4 seed Silex, number 5 seed Van Far, and Silex getting a boost tonight. The senior returns to the lineup, Lexi Plackmeyer, from an ankle injury.
Yeah, she's pretty key to what goes on with them. Although they're coming off 2 wins, back-to-back wins, while Van Far's coming off 2 losses in the Palmyra tournament, so the teams would just on the surface seem to be going in opposite directions. But it is the 4-5 seed. Their records are very similar, with Silex at 5-6 and Van Far at 5-5, and so we would expect this to be a highly competitive game.
And Van Far's pulled off some wins this season. It's they've had a few surprises in there as well. But getting back to Plackmeyer real quick for Silex, I saw the pictures of the ankle injury, and it was about the grossest thing. She did it again in the Mark Twain game, and that thing was swollen about 3 times the size, and she's got some damage in there, but she's going to give it a go tonight. She's available, won't start.
In many instances, a sprain can be worse and more lingering than a break. But she's got a big, heavy brace, external brace on outside of her sock. I'm sure she's taped up as well, and we'll see how it goes. It's going to be an interesting contrast here as Silex is really, with Plackmeyer being able to play some, they're pretty strong at the forwards. With a little size with Sarah Gradicke, whereas Van Far's got a lot of good guards that can handle the ball and shoot, and they've really got some good minutes out of Mara Jensen in the couple games that we've seen.
Yeah,
and she's done quite well, so that'll present a little bit of a challenge for the big girls for Silex inside, and of course, that's why they throw it up and play it, right?
Exactly, and if Mara can establish herself down low, that opens up the outside shooting of Panna Conaway.
Right, Conaway. Keller does a nice job as well. Basket more of a penetrator for Van Far, and this is going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to this game because it's going to be an interesting contrast in 2 different styles, and I'm guessing that the freshman Abigail Mooney will get a number of minutes for Silex, and so she's going to have to go against some upperclassmen guards from Van Far and see how she handles that as well.
I think this one might just be the jewel of the opening round.
It may very well be.
Van Far and Silex 4-5, and we'll go through our keys to the game when we return on the Eagle 102 pregame show.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Liggins Flooring, Pow Pow Cattle Farms and Fencing, Craig's Truck and Tractor Service, Lynn's Heritage House, and Rawls County Mutual Insurance.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And how about our keys for this matchup between the 4-seed Silex and the 5-seed Van Far?
Well, I had a little chat about it before we went on the air. I think it's very simple. I think whoever turns the ball over the least wins this game because both teams have some kids that can score, and you got to get shots on goal. You can't give up possessions, and if they're going to turn it over and not get possessions, they're going to end up on the wrong side of the ledger at the end of the night. So that's. You got all the other stuff that you can talk about that are common in almost every game. Make baskets, make it free throws down the stretch especially. But take care of the basketball tonight because both of these teams can have a tendency to get turnovers in bunches. Mm-hmm. And you get on a little run where you turn the ball over 3 or 4 or 5 times in a row, and then next thing you know, you look up and the team's made a couple 2-pointers and a 3, and it's been a 10-point swing, and you don't even know what hit you. So they got to stay. Both teams need to try and stay away from that tonight. You're in the smaller gym, so you're going to be closer together. And as we saw at Clopton, I did a number of games over in the small gym down there. That closeness just generated turnovers in a multitude of games that we had. And hopefully with these two teams will be able to take care of the ball tonight.
Something about that far sideline in this gym since they redid the floor. It just sneaks up on people.
Right.
That's been an issue for teams the last couple of years.
Yeah, we'll have them running out of bounds, I guarantee it, thinking they're in bounds. And, we'll see that happen tonight. I almost guarantee it.
Those are our keys to the game. We'll have our starting lineups for you next on KJFM.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Woods Smoked Meats, Mike's Tire and Service Center, the Mercantile Bank, County Market in Vandalia, and McDinger's.
This is Kyle Schroeder, Assistant Vice President at Community State Bank of Missouri. We offer a variety of loans to meet your needs. Whether you're looking for a conventional loan or a HELOC or an FHA, VA, or USDA loan, give us a call. We have some of the best rates around. Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown community bank since 1887, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starters for tonight's ball game. First for the number 5 seed Van Far Lady Indians. They're coached by Heather Mincher. They'll start a freshman at 5'6", number 2, Carmen Wilburn. Number 10 gets a start, 5'2", junior Devin Keller. Number 21, a 5'8", junior Haley Basket gets a start. 5'2", senior, number 24, Panna Conaway. And number 55, a 6'2", sophomore, Mara Jensen. For the Silex Lady Owls, they're coached by Sabrina O'Haron. They'll start a sophomore, number 1, Rita Thurman. A freshman gets a start, number 3, Abigail Mooney. Sophomore, number 11, Maddie Hall gets a start. Senior, number 14, Julia Gradicke. And number 25, a sophomore, Sarah Gradicke, gets a start.
Or that would be Gratecki, as the public address announcer just said.
All right. It happens.
I see their grandmother over there shaking her head, pointing at me. I'm like, I had nothing to do with it. And it'll be Sarah Gradicke jumping center against Wilburn. What is it? They're not going to jump a tall person. So Carmen Wilburn will try and control the tip. She cannot, and Silex has the first possession. They're moving from our left to our right on your radio dial as we're on the radio and online in this first ball game tonight. And Gradicke gets it on the right post, and there's our first turnover of the game. She has it knocked away, and Van Far will pick up the loose ball. Van Far in their road blacks with yellow numbers and white trim. Silex in their road whites, or home whites, I should say, with green numbers and black trim. In the high post now, Wilburn, she turns it over. So back-to-back turnovers, kind of what we talked about, huh? Played right into our hands.
Officials for tonight's game, Greg Ellis, Nick Larson, and Wayne McPike.
And another turnover, and then Keller gets over on that sideline that we talked about, loses her footing, and gives it right back to Silex. So it's 2 turnovers apiece right now for both clubs.
I think I've lost our bet.
And there's a 3 from the corner. It's good. That by Julia Gradicke. She had some shooting issues early in the season. Maybe she's got those worked out. Another turnover by the Indians. The Owls go in. Shot up by Thurman. It won't go. We've got a whistle and a rebound. Oh, are they going to count it? I think they're going to count it. As Hall with the rebound, they will count the bucket. And she'll have a chance for an and one opportunity as Silex jumps out to a 5-0 lead here.
Is this one of those swings you were talking about?
That pretty much covers it, doesn't it? And they freak those short, so it'll stay a 5-point lead for the Owls. See if Van Far can get something going on the offensive end. It looks like a 1-2-2. Nope, check that. It's a 1-3-1 zone. As Keller check that basket drove baseline. No room for her. She'll get it back now along the baseline. Her shot's up off the mark, no good. But there's a whistle and a foul. And Haley Basket will go to the line. She'll shoot our first free throws, or the first free throws for the Indians, I should say, as she'll get 2. First one's on its way and good. This is actually a pretty good shooting gym, especially on to our right. The hanging basket, you get a lot of favorable bounces, and the other end it's on the wall, and it's a little stiffer as the free throw won't go. Jensen's putback won't go, and the Owls come away with the loose ball rebound. Leading 5-1. We've played about 2 minutes. Thurman now in the front court. Hands it off to Mooney. Mooney into the paint. Looks for some help. Gets it back to Hall. Hall just inside the arc. Back to Mooney. They'll reset it. Gradicke now down to Sarah. Sarah on the right block. Up and under. Loses the handle. Tips it back. And from the corner, is it a 3? Nope. They're going to say it's a 2 that time by Julie Gradicke. She's got 5, and the lead grows to 7-1. Full court pressure by the Owls. No problem this time by Van Far. Keller will pull up from 10, right wing, good. Devin Keller with the first bucket of the night for Van Far, first field goal. And Thurman back for the Owls, and she's going to be fouled by Keller.
They got Keller or Basket? I think it was Basket on the trip.
I think you're right. 21 or 12. No, 21 or 10. I don't even know what I'm talking about. It was Basket, her first. So the Owls get it back after the common foul. Julie on the wing. Head of the key now to Hall. Hall against this man-to-man defense. Gets it off to Sarah. She penetrates in. Back to Hall from 15. Good.
She's on tonight.
She is. And we've got a whistle, and I guess it was deflected. And now they're going to pull off the pressure. Not quite sure why. It was working pretty good, I thought. So 5:10 to play here in the first. 9-3 our score. Silex on top. Basket has it now between the circles to Keller on the right wing. She'll penetrate in, pulls up from 10. Good. About the same spot as earlier. She's made both of them, and we have that timeout. 9-5, Silex leads it. 4:54 to play here in the first. It's the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Pike County Memorial Hospital, Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX Realty Agent, Midwest Heating and Cooling, Spring Valley Accounting, and Advanced Eye Care.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
The second part of our doubleheader on air tonight on KJFM Radio will come from the high school gym, and that'll be Bowling Green and Winfield.
Out of the timeout, Silex gets it in the post. It's knocked free. We're going to have a jump ball. And the arrow will stay with the Owls, so they won't turn it over that time. They'll have it underneath their own basket right side of the paint.
They will turn it over. They had the arrow going the wrong way.
You are right.
Coverage on KJFM from the Bowling Green Invitational, also brought to you by Silex Banking Company and Evans Insurance Agency.
4:42 to play, 9-5. Silex leads it. They back off the press. Going to be a 1-2-2 half-court trap, it looks like. No problem for the Indians. Basket left corner now. They work it around the horn, head of the key to Wilburn in the post now for the first time to Jensen, and she's double-teamed, triple-teamed. And now the jump ball will give it back to the Owls. Just a little disjointed offensively are the Indians right now.
Silex had a lot of success with that double team on the defensive end against Louisiana the other night.
Mooney to the glass. It's a little hard. She had some space. Hall gets the rebound. Her put back from 15's off the mark, partially blocked. Carroll will come away with the loose ball for Van Far up quickly to the basket. She'll pull up from 16 inside the arc, in and out, no good. Gradicke with the rebound for the Owls. Under 4 minutes to play. Glad to have you with us, Jim Ross, Mark Froenig. We're in the old gym. Mooney drives baseline, had a chance to put it up, did not. They get it out to Gradicke. She's had the hot hand. This time three short. Hall with the rebound, and we're going to have a rebounding foul.
Going to be on Mara Jensen, her first, and they don't want to get her into foul trouble.
They do not. First sub of the game will be Plackmeyer, and Gradicke will take a seat. So we'll see how that ankle fares here in the first quarter. Mooney to throw it in right side of the paint. Gets it to Plackmeyer in the near corner. She'll put it on the floor, goes in the paint, pulls up from 8. It goes down, count the bucket, and the foul.
Paying immediate dividends there.
Didn't show any signs of an issue at all, did she? Foul is on Jensen, as you said. Don't want her in foul trouble. Now she has 2, and Plackmeyer finishes off the three-point play with a free throw that hit nothing but net. A lead back to 7, the biggest of the night for Silex, 12-5. Keller dribbles inside the arc, now into the corner to Panna Conaway. Her shot will be short, put back by Wilburn, won't go. Loose ball is going to be corralled by Mooney before it goes out of bounds. And the Owls will get the offensive possession. She'll walk it across the timeline now. Will Mooney with 3:05 to play in the first. 12-5, Owls lead it. They run that little weave. Hall has it now. Has it deflected away, and Conaway will tie her up, and on the alternating arrow to turn the ball over to the Indians. 4 turnovers apiece here in this first quarter. And Coach Heather Minner calls play Tennessee. We'll see what that is. If you can hear her on the air, we're right here close to the bench. In the high post now to Jensen. Her shot blocked by Gradicke. She just takes it away. Good defense that time by the sophomore, and the Owls get it back.
She's only gotten stronger as the year's gone on.
She's got a bright future. She's got to get a little stronger. She's made some progress, as you said, but with the ball in the post, you got to be strong with it. Back to the weave. Thurman hands it off to Plackmeyer. She'll penetrate down the left wing, or lane, I should say, and throws it to the bus driver from Van Far. Only problem is he's out of bounds.
Yeah.
And the 6th turnover will give it back to the Indians. Again, in this half-court trap are the Owls. Basket gets it to Conaway, and she probably got fouled, but no whistle. Keller now tries to force inside. It deflects out the basket. Now it's kicked out of bounds by Plackmeyer. And the Indians will get it back down to 159. Taya Williams in. Hall will take a seat for the Lady Owls. Basket triggered it into Keller. Keller dribbles to the right paint, right wing, I should say, and throws it away as she tried to get it inside. 5th turnover of the game for the Indians. Thurman back for the Owls. Hands it off to Mooney on the weave. Plackmeyer's going to go back door. Her shot's partially blocked. Rebound up and no good by Williams, and now it goes off the fingertips of the Indians. And Silex will have it underneath their own hoop with 1:39 to play here in the first.
The only thing I can say about Taya Williams is she's like a Tasmanian devil. She just goes out there with a motor that doesn't stop.
Gradicky gets it in the paint, shoots it from 10. It's off the mark, no good. And the Indians with the rebound. They need a bucket. Haven't scored for a while. Conaway drives left baseline. No room for her there. Back to Keller. Keller to the right elbow. Left elbow, I should say. Gets it to Jensen. They kick it back out for Conaway for three. From the ring, no good. Plackmeyer with the rebound. And she'll slow things down for the Lady Owls with 1:10 to play here in the first. Thurman into the front court now on a pick and roll with Gradicky. She's going to pull up from 12. It's no good. And the rebound off to Keller. We've hit a dry spell by both clubs. Inside now to Jensen. She gets to the elbow. They whip it around the horn to Conaway. Back to Keller. Now left wing to basket. She'll drive into the paint. Her shot's partially blocked by Gradicky, but it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with Van Far with 46 ticks left to play here in the first.
Boy, Carmen Wilburn wanted to try and grab for that ball, didn't she? Was able to contain herself.
Taylor Howard into the game for the first time for the Lady Owls on the inbounds. The Indians get it to Keller, now into the high post of Jensen. She'll kick it to Wilburn, cutting to the hoop, and she's going to be fouled from behind. And we'll go to the line and shoot a couple of free throws.
I think they're going to get Sarah Gradicky.
I think they got Howard actually from behind.
Yes, you're right.
And Carmen Wilburn will go to the line. She'll get two shots. She's just a freshman. One of the long line of Wilburns from Van Far. First sub into the game for Van Far, Annalyn Cowell. Got to get that enunciation right, Mark. You do that a lot better than I do. Wilburn's second free throw is good. Jensen takes a seat. She's got two fouls. Got to get her out to Boyd to third. 12-6. Owls lead it. They have the ball. 30 seconds to play here in the first. Mooney. Right wing to Gradicky. She'll drive to the glass. It won't go. Mudd with the rebound. Her putback's up and good. Or check that, Hall, not Mudd. Maddie's got 6 now for Silex. And it's 14-6, 8 being the biggest lead of the game so far. Down to 15 seconds. Conaway in the corner, gets it in the post to Wilburn. Back to Conaway, throws it away, stolen by Mooney. She's going to have to hurry. She takes a peek at the clock, knows exactly how much time. Now gets it down inside. Shot up and good by Taya Williams at the buzzer. Your score at the end of the first, 16-6. Silex leads it. You listen to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Bolin Chevrolet, Community State Bank of Missouri, Shelter Insurance Agent Tim Jenkins, and La Crosse Lumber Company.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Well, nice up and down first quarter. Not a lot of fouls. Fair amount of turnovers. 7 for Van Far, 6 for Silex, Mark. So Coach Heather Minner trying to inspire her troops as they trail by 10 here at the end of one.
Good shooting from Silex. They were able to follow their shots well, got good second chance opportunities when they needed them, and were able to capitalize.
Let's see what they have in terms of adjustments here in the second quarter. It'll be Keller, Basket, Conaway, Wilburn, and Cowell for Van Far. Hall, Gradicky, Williams, Howard, and Thurman for Silex as we start the second quarter. Again, Silex moving from our left to our right on your radio dial. Howard's got it on the right wing. Shot away by Hall, won't go short from about 17. Van Far with the rebound. They push it up quickly to Basket. She'll slow things down now to Conaway. She tries to lob it in. It's deflected loose, and Basket will pick it up in the corner, but she's in a double team now, a triple team. Gets it out to Wilburn. Wilburn's still in trouble. And it's kicked, I believe, by Thurman and goes out of bounds back to the Indians.
The start of the second quarter over in the high school gym. It's Clopton leading Louisiana 17-6.
Keller to trigger it in for the Indians. Out to basket. Now left wing to Conaway. They got to get some shots up. For certain, you're not going to score if you don't shoot it. Conaway over to Keller. Keller puts it on the floor with the right elbow. Nowhere to go. Back to Conaway. She's open from three. It's off the mark. Hits nothing. They're going to say it was deflected on the shot by the defender. And so the Indians will keep possession underneath their own hoop, left side of the paint.
Back official said it was partially blocked at the point of attack there.
Keller penetrates in. Her runner from 8's no good. And Howard comes away with the rebound. She'll look to run with it. She gets it ahead. And too hot to handle for Williams that time. And goes out of bounds, gives it back to the Indians as Mara Jensen jumps up off the bench. She'll return for the Lady Indians. Coel will take a seat. Both teams reasonably young. Two seniors on each team, so they'll have a lot to work with next year as well. They get it into Jensen immediately. That's where they need to go with it, and she'll be fouled by, I think they'll get Gradicke that time.
That's right, her first.
Common foul, so the Indians have it underneath their own bucket, right side of the paint. Keller to trigger it in. She's got Jensen right there, hands it right back to her. Keller will shoot it from 14. It's short. Thurman with the rebound. She breaks head. Now she's got a 3-on-1. She had to give it up and didn't. Took the shot. It won't go. And we've got a whistle on a jump ball on the rebound. Man, she had all kinds of help and elected to take the shot instead.
I don't know if she was ever completely under control coming out of the pack on the other end and got herself in too deep.
Mooney will return as Howard takes a seat for Silex. In this half-court trap, again, are the Owls. Basket to Conaway. Back to Keller in between the circles. Into the near corner to basket. She'll spin, tries to go baseline. She's in that double team again. They keep dribbling in that corner, and that's a disaster. Owls head the other way. Mooney takes it to glass. It won't go. Conaway with the rebound for the Indians. Back they come. Keller in the front court now to Conaway. Back to Keller. Keller skips it in the near corner of the basket. She'll shoot it from 16. It's good. Haley Basket with her first field goal of the night. She's got 3. Cuts the Silex lead to 8 at 16-8. In the mid-post area now to Gradicke. Sarah, she'll put it on the floor, goes to the glass. Her shot's off the mark and no good. And goes out of bounds. That's what what I was talking about, Mark. Just a little more strength with the basketball. She got banged there a little bit and wasn't able to control it and went out of bounds back to the Indians. Conaway now as they work it quickly to Jensen on the block. She'll put it on the floor once, up off the glass and good. That's where Mara Jensen makes her money, is on that block. And she's really good from 5 feet and in and got good footwork and leads down to 6. Mooney drives from the left wing. Her shot's no good, but she'll go to the line as there's a whistle and a foul.
Going to get Conaway?
I believe that's right.
Her first.
Abigail Mooney. Guessing she probably goes by Abby. Will get 2 shots. Guess I probably shouldn't make that assumption, should I? First free throw's good. She's a good young player as well, just a freshman. As Plackmeyer returns and Williams takes a seat. Mooney makes both free throws and stretches the lead back to 8. Back come the Indians. Conaway on the left wing to Keller in the corner. They whip it around now to basket at the top of the key. She tries to throw it back door, but it's going to go out of bounds off of Keller, I believe, or check that, Jansen. And the turnover will give it back to Silex. 5 minutes to play here in the first half. 18-10, Silex leads it. Thurman hands it off to Plackmeyer. She's going to turn the corner, goes down the paint, loses the handle, but Thurman's going to come away with a loose ball. She'll spin out of trouble, gets it back to Plackmeyer. Into the block to Hall. Her shot off the mark, and we've got a rebounding foul. If that's Gradicke, that'll be 2 on her. We'll have to check and see.
That's right.
So Gradicke and Jansen, the two big girls for both teams, with 2 fouls each.
Yeah, down low. They're just afraid to make that bounce pass within 5 feet.
So the Indians get it back after the foul. Conaway to the right wing, kicks it back to Wilburn. Right corner now to Keller, into the block to Jensen. Her shot off the mark, no good. And got in a little bit of a hurry that time. Could have put it on the floor once and shot a straight up layup, but didn't get it to go. Owls with the rebound. Down to 4:15 to play here in the first half. And we've got an illegal screen. Foul would be on Maddie Hall, her first. Well, they say it's her second. I missed one on one.
Yeah, I've got her for 2.
So a couple of players with 2 for the Owls. Basket with it now for the Indians. Gets it down in the corner to Conaway. Back to basket, now the free throw line to Wilburn, and she's going to get called for the offensive foul. Little forearm shiver with that off arm. That's her first.
A little freshman frustration there, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Backdoor cut by Plackmore on the offensive end, and she has Wilburn in the air, and Wilburn comes down on top of her.
Back-to-back fouls on Carmen.
Not in the act of shooting, however, so Silex will have it underneath their own basket, but that is the 7th team foul, so Plackmeyer will get a one-on-one opportunity. Lexi, one of the 3 seniors on this club. First one's good. She'll get a second.
4 points since coming off the bench.
Second one's on the way, in and out, no good. Loose ball, still loose. Conaway will track it down over by the bleachers. Just bleachers on one side here in the old gym, the old James A. Wilson gym. Basket for 3 from the left wing. It hits nothing. Mooney comes away with the loose ball.
Yeah, Van Far just rushing their shots a little bit.
Trail by 9, 19-10. Biggest lead of the night is 10. Van Far has never led. Thurman from the corner for 3, no good. She followed her shot, though, got her own rebound, and is going to get the foul for her efforts. Hey, little old school fundamentals there by Rita Thurman. Follow your shot, good things happen.
Foul's going to be on Keller, her second.
And she'll get 2 shots. First one rattles out. She'll get a second. So Keller with 2, Wilburn with 2, Jensen with 2 for the Indians. Hall and Gradicke, Sarah with 2 for the Owls. Second free throw short as well, but Sarah Gradicke will corral the rebound. Gives it back to Thurman, to Gradicke on the right block. She reverse pivots and throws it away. Good steal by Basket that time. Into the front court now, Keller. Whips it in the far corner to Basket. She'll shoot it from 17. It's no good. Rebound's going to go off of Silex, I believe, as Thurman got it. And swatted it out of bounds at the end of the Silex bench. Coel back in. Jensen will take a seat. 2:47 to play here in the first. 19-10. Silex on top. First round action, the 96th annual Bowling Green Invitational. Keller, and our check that Conaway gets it to Keller. Back to Conaway, right corner now to Wilburn. She'll shoot a deep 3, in and out, no good. Did the 360, wouldn't go. Thurman with the rebound. Just tough shooting luck for Van Far in this first half as well. They're getting a few looks. Just need to be a little more patient. Thurman to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer puts it on the floor, goes to the block, shoots an awkward looking shot, and it went in. I think she wanted to pass it, actually, and ended up pushing it a little harder and shot it, and it went in. And the lead grows to 11 at 21-10. Silex's defense has been pretty good. I'll have to give them that. Keller, they got her in a double team now to Wilburn. Wilburn flips it out. It's too tall for Basket, and she's going to save it in. Still loose. Conaway comes away with it. And now she'll throw it away to stolen by Mooney. Down to 1:40 to play in the first. Thurman right wing to Plackmeyer. A little pick and roll with Gradicke. Back to Thurman. to Plackmeyer. Now to Gradicke on the block. She'll shoot it from 8. No good. The rebound by Hall. Up and good. Maddie Hall doing good work on the glass. She got 8. And the lead is 13. 23-10. Wilburn drives right baseline now, and there's going to be a blocking foul.
Over in the high school gym, Clopton has stretched it out. They're up by 18, 27-9 in the second quarter over Louisiana.
That foul's on Maddie Hall, her 3rd. She'll stay in the game as Williams comes in and Gradicke takes a seat. After the inbound, Jensen in the mid-post area gets to Wilburn. She'll put it on the floor with the left hand. Nowhere to go there outside the arc to Keller. Nice ball fake. Pulls up from 15 now. In and out. No good. Wilburn with the offensive rebound. Her putback's up and good. Carmen Wilburn, good work on the offensive glass that time. And it's 23-12. We're under a minute to play in the half. Thurman takes her time, bringing it into front court now. Hands it off to Hall. Hall back to Plackmeyer. Plackmeyer still with it. Gives it to Mooney. Mooney looks like they're going to go into a 4-corner and try and run the clock down. 28 seconds to go. Thurman to Plackmeyer. Van Far in a sagging man. They're just going to let him do it. Now Mooney goes to the glass, and they hit her in the paint, and she scores. Lulled them to sleep thinking they were going to stall, and Mooney gets the bucket. And it's 25-12, down to 8 seconds. Basket. First half of action. Now our score, the Silex Lady Owls 25, the Van Far Lady Indians 12. The halftime show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green, and we've got the lot looking good and ready to go. We've got something for everybody's budget. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose Pike County Memorial Hospital. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
2 quarters in the books here in the old gym. Opening round of the 96 Bowling Green Invitational, and it's Silex, the 4-seed, leading the 5-seed Van Far 25-12, and just a tough shooting half for the Van Far Lady Indians.
Yeah, they had some looks. Silex defense was pretty good. As Van Far kept dribbling into the double teams into the corners, you got to keep the ball, especially in this small gym, keep the ball out of the corners. And then when they had open looks, they just had tough luck shooting. Several balls rattled in and out. One did a 360, and as a result, they trail by 13 here at the end of the first half.
If you're listening on the radio or watching on KJFMradio.com, you notice not a huge crowd here in the old gym. That's because, well, of course, we're still in a global pandemic, and they've limited tickets to 2 per player here in the middle school gym or the old gym. So that's, we're extremely there's just the one bleacher on the far side, so everyone's got to be over there. So they had to limit it. Over in the high school gym, it's 4 tickets per player, and those are just like PSLs, seat licenses. You still have to pay when you get to the door, even if you have the ticket in hand. So.
Well, and the worst part about all this is for the basketball junkies.
Yeah.
The guys and gals that like to come and just watch games, roam back and forth from gym to gym. Can't do any of that this year. You got to first off figure out how to get a ticket, and then whatever ticket you get, you got to go to that game, and that's it. And unless you got a plethora of players on every team you can get tickets from.
Yeah, and that's
not likely.
Yeah, that's an interesting point, though, that they are not allowing people to go from one gym to the other this year, including players and staff.
Right.
If you want to scout the other teams, guess what?
They're going to be watching us.
Exactly, KJFMradio.com. Our late games, like I said, Clopton is up by 20, maybe above that now, over in the other gym over Louisiana. The late game over there, and that'll be our radio game, will be number 3 seed Winfield taking on the host, number 6 seed Bowling Green Lady Cats. Our second game over here, and that'll just be on KJFMradio.com, will be the 2 seed Ellsbury against the number 7 seed North Callaway. North Callaway played pretty well last Thursday at Clopton High School, so maybe they're turning the corner for Coach Morgan Beamer.
Yeah, that game ended up, 6 or something like that?
It was a lot closer than the prognosticators had prognosticated.
Oh, we had prognosticators at that, however you say that, at that game, huh?
We've got an interesting one here tonight. Van Far has not been able to get that shot to fall and trail Silex 25-12 after 2. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring after this on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by All Parts, Bowling Green Lumber, Sun Window Company, Abel's Quick Shops, and Pike County Title Company.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gamm at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing Merc BK Mobile. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service, but did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Second half, just a couple of minutes away here from the middle school gym, opening round of the 96th Bowling Green Invitational on KJFM and KJFMradio.com. First half scoring, first for Van Far. They got 2 points from Mara Jensen, 2 from Devin Keller, 3 points for Carmen Wilburn, and 5 for Haley Baskett. They have not hit a three-pointer and really didn't, as the half went on, they didn't shoot as many threes, so maybe waiting for the second half for that. For Silex, 2 points for Taya Williams, 4 points in the half for Abigail Mooney, 5 for Julia Gradicke, 6 for Lexi Plackmeyer, and 8 points for Maddie Hall. And has Silex done enough? They're shooting at the tougher basket here in the second half. 13-point lead, is that enough with Van Far's shooters on this end?
I wouldn't say so. You can't go to sleep on that first half. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. Conventional wisdom would tell you if you're losing by 13 and you only scored 12 in the first half, it's going to be tough. But, again, we've talked about these rims, and I think some of those buckets that didn't go down for Van Far in the first half will rattle in here in the second half. And, of course, they got to take care of the basketball. They had 10 turnovers in the first half compared to Silex's 8. And you got to have possessions in order to catch up.
That's how it looks through 2 quarters. Second half set to begin after this on KJFM.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by McMailer & Sons Backhoe and Excavating. B&B Automotive, Center Locker Service, Nutrien Ag Solutions, and Orff Construction.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Hi, folks. My name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
25-12, Silex leading Van Far, the 4 leading the 5 seed in this opening round of the 96 Bowling Green Invitational. We took you through what's happening the rest of tonight. Tomorrow night, men's opening night, and the early games, Winfield and Silex in the high school gym, and Clopton and Ellsbury here in the old gym. The late games in the old gym, North Callaway and Van Far, and Louisiana Bowling Green will be in the high school gym to round out night number 1 for the guys.
Yeah, there can be some intriguing matchups on the boys' side of the bracket. Of course, Louisiana Bowling Green played to an overtime game earlier. North Callaway playing pretty well right now, although they got hammered pretty good by Clompton on Friday night, didn't they? The Owls will have it to start the second half. We're underway. They try and force it inside, and they immediately turn it over, try to get it into Gradicke, and she was double-teamed, so the Indians with a chance to cut into this 13-point lead on the first possession. Keller with it, penetrates in. She'll pull up from 10. It's well off the mark, and Mooney will come away with the loose ball for the Owls.
Softer rim doesn't help if you don't hit it.
You got to hit it. 25-12 our score, Silex. That is the biggest lead of the game by either club. Julia Gradicke in the corner for 3. It's good. Her second three-pointer of the night, and that's what Silex wanted to see happen as the lead grows up to 16. Basket's open for 3. It's short, no good, and Thurman's going to be, well, I thought he was going to call a foul, and then he changed it to a jump ball right at the last minute as Thurman got the rebound off the missed shot. So the Indians will get it back on the arrow. Keller will lob it in. Jensen with the catch, and it's swatted away by Thurman. She's going to head the other way. She's going to make it coast to coast. She's not. It's blocked from behind by Basket. Great hustle by Haley Basket to catch Thurman and block that shot, but it goes out of bounds. The Owls will have it back.
Blocked the shot and didn't commit the foul.
Gradicke gets it into Mooney. Head of the key to Thurman. She'll shoot the 3. It's short. She goes and gets her own rebound, puts it up. Oh, won't go that time. And we've got a tie-up between Jensen and Hall. Hey, I got to tell you, Hall follows her shot. Man,
Yes,
you don't
she
see
does.
that. You don't, and Thurman as well. You don't see that very often these days. And she's got 2 rebounds doing that. Gradicke gets it in to Thurman. She'll hand it right back to Julia. And now they'll reset things in between the circles to Thurman with 6:40 to play here in the third. Dribble entry to the right wing. Still has her dribble, kicks it out to Mooney in between the circles. Mooney now left corner to Gradicke. Back to Mooney. She's open for 3. It's off the mark, no good. Long rebound tracked down by Wilburn in the far corner. She'll get through a double team, hands it off to Keller. Keller up quickly to Jensen. She'll make the catch on the left block, puts it up, and it goes. Count the basket and the foul. Mara Jensen with just her second bucket of the night. And she'll get a 3-point opportunity with a free throw here.
That's 4 on Maddie Hall.
And I'm guessing she'll be leaving us rather shortly.
Blackmeyer already off the bench.
as Jensen rattles it home, and now they do finally get the sub in, almost too late. And it'll be Plackmeyer, as you said, returning. And the Owls will walk it up the floor. No pressure from Van Far. Gradicky now to Mooney. Mooney in the post area to Plackmeyer, and left corner to Gradicky. 15-footers short, and Wilburn will track down the rebound. Van Far trying to cut into this lead. And Plackmeyer almost on the steal on the entry pass, but it goes about 3 rows deep into the bleachers.
Yeah, that ankle doesn't seem to be hampering her any.
Work it inside to Wilburn, and she's going to run into Plackmeyer. That'll be a blocking foul.
Her first.
And a non-shooting foul, so Van Far will have it underneath her own basket, right side. They work it around to Keller, back to Conaway, to Keller. Lob it inside to Jensen. She's in a double team. It falls to Basket's hand. She'll back up and step back. Jumper from 16 is good. Haley Basket's got 5. And a lead down to 11 as they work it down from 16. High post to Plackmeyer. Whips it in the corner to Gradicky. She's open for 3 again. That one's off the back of the ring. No good. She goes and gets her own rebound. Hey, there's another follow your shot. Mooney now has it to Gradicky. Back to Mooney on the left wing. She looks inside, nowhere to go to Gradicky. She'll shoot the 3. She's got another one. Julia Gradicky with her 3rd 3 of the game, 2nd of the second half, and it's 31-17. Basket now in the high post to Wilburn. She'll go down the left side of the paint. Her shot's up. Count the bucket and the foul. That's going to be on Gradicky, I believe. Sarah.
That'll be her 3rd if it is.
And Wilburn will have a chance for the old-fashioned 3-point play with a free throw here.
1 for 2 from that spot tonight.
She's just a freshman as well. And that one's off the mark. Gradicky with the rebound. That's Julia. Silex will head into the front court now. Thurman. Into the corner to Gradicky. Back to Thurman. Thurman looks in the high post. Doesn't throw it in there. Now to Mooney. Right wing to Gradicky. Now into the low post to Plackmeyer. She'll go up and under. Reverse shot is blocked and stolen away by Van Far. Went up against Jensen. Nowhere to go. Back comes Basket from 15. No good. Plackmeyer with the rebound for Silex. She dribbles out of trouble and will hand it to Mooney, and the Owls will slow it, or check that Thurman, and the Owls will slow it down. 31-19 our score, 4 minutes to go here in the 3rd. Gradicky back to Mooney. Back to Gradicky. She's open from that same spot in the corner. It's off the mark, no good. The rebound's loose, and it's going to go off of Keller. And out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like it went off of Thurman to me.
I think Keller hit it right at the end. I think she was right there. That's those keen eyes those officials have. We're going to go with that anyway. Now they get it into the post to Sarah Gradicky. Her shot's partially blocked by Basket, and Van Far comes away with it. Maybe Van Far needs to pick up the pace of this game. That's what I'm thinking. Try and stretch this floor out a little bit. And get it into Wilburn. She'll shoot it from 8. Short and no good. Rebound's loose, and it's going to be saved in by Julia Gradicky to Sarah. Good hustle by the Gradicky girls to save that ball in bounds. And we've got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. 3:30 to play here in the 3rd. Silex leads at 31-19. Listen to the 96th annual Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament, brought to you by Louisiana Auto Sales and Rentals, A Taste of Philly, Airco Convenience Centers, Magruder Limestone Company, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy, where the #1 priority is the customer and adding new services to help simplify your life and building a strong, high-performance financial services organization. Community State Bank in Bowling Green and Troy, your community bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
Seems like Coach Minter wants to switch up and put Mara Jensen on Julia Granicke, trying to prevent that three.
Kind of the message that was sent, wasn't it? Sarah Granicke from the free throw line. It's off the mark, no good. A rebound to Conaway of the Indians. They push it up the far sideline. Basket back to Keller. Keller penetrates in the key area, down to Jensen. Right block, up off the glass, and good. Mara Jensen. 5.5, 7 for the game. And the lead down to 10. That's the closest it's been for a while for the Indians. Mooney backs up. Silex, are they going to try and pull him out of this little zone? Well, kind of looks like it.
Yeah.
As Van Far backs up, yeah, make him come out and play a man. Mooney now on the dribble. Gets it to Thurman. Thurman down underneath the Plackmeyer. She'll go up and shot. No good. Got a whistle on a foul, and Lexi Plackmeyer will go to the line to shoot 2 shots.
And Basket going to pick up second personal.
Plackmeyer usually pretty good from the charity stripe. Brings the first. She'll get a second. 3 for 4 so far tonight. She eyes the second one. Where's number 23? That off the back of the ring. No good. Basket with the rebound for the Indians. 2:20 to play here in the third. 32-21. Silex still on top. And Van Far just throws it away. Stolen by Mooney. Just their first turnover of the second half, however. They'll set things up with Thurman for the Owls. As Van Far comes out of that zone and plays some man-to-man now. Mooney hands it off to Plackmeyer. And tries a backdoor cut, but stolen away by Jensen. Plackmeyer tried to thread the needle. There wasn't enough room. Basket's going to pull up from 18. It's good. Just on the line. And then the two-pointer makes it 32-23. Here come the Indians. Silex been waiting on them. Now they're going to come and try and catch up. Down to 1:35 to play. We're in the third. 32-23. Mooney with it. She's going to have to get rid of it. Barely avoids the 5-second count. And Plackmeyer in the far corner now. So check that. It's Granicke. She's hounded by a basket and is going to go out of bounds off of Granicke. So a little more spirited effort by the Lady Indians on the defensive end. And the 4th turnover of the quarter for the Owls. We'll get it back to Van Far. Let's see if they can score here. 1:07 to go. 3-pointer by Wilburn's no good. Put back by Keller, won't go. Still loose. Wilburn gets the rebound. She'll put it up off the glass. It won't go. Still loose on the floor. And Granicke's going to come away. It loses the handle. She'll track it down, and it's a hot potato. Nobody can grab a hold of that thing. Nope. Can you believe it? We're under a minute. It took about 20 seconds for all that chaos to take place. Thurman into the front court to Plackmeyer. They get it in the corner now to Mooney. Mooney out of the double team to Plackmeyer. Silex looks like they're spread out into a kind of a 1-4. And they're going to let clock run, and Van Far is going to be willing to do that. Last time they did this, Mooney cut to the basket and shot a layup. Now Silex is going to throw it away. 5th turnover. Keller now to Conaway, and it's swatted away by Mooney right into the Van Far bench. So they'll have it with 12.4 seconds to play. See if they can run a good inbounds pass. They had Jensen in the block. Now they're going to get it to her. She'll turn, put it up off the glass. It won't go. Granicke with the rebound. Down to 6, down to 5. They're going to have to hurry. Thurman off to Plackmeyer. She'll shoot a deep 3. It's no good, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Your score, Silex Lady Owls 32, Van Far Lady Indians 23. The fourth quarter is next on Eagle 102.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102, brought to you by Pogue Ford, Northeast Missouri Title Company, People's Savings Bank in Bowling Green, CarQuest Auto Parts, and Spare Time Bowl and Grill.
Need a little good news in your life? State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. Call me today at 573-754-5575. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
As we start the fourth quarter, Van Far has it. They trail by 9. That's the closest they've been since the first half. Let's see if they can cut into that lead, and Thurman's going to be whistled for a foul.
Just her first.
And it goes out of bounds, and Van Far will get it back. Wilburn's going to drive down the right paint. Her shot's no good. And they're not going to call a foul. They're just going to say it's off of Gradicke as the ball kind of fell in her lap as she was sitting out of bounds. So Van Far will do it one more time, this time underneath their own basket. Get it to basket. She's open from 16, no good. Her own rebound goes off of her foot and out of bounds.
Kind of some tough luck there for basket.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. Actually, didn't quite know what to say about that. They're going to have to come out of this packed-in zone, I'm afraid, will the Van Far Indians. I would try and speed up the pace. You've got good guards. Cut them loose. Let's see what happens. Thurman being hounded by Keller. Now she gets it into the front court finally after it was deflected into the back court. They stretch the defense out a little bit. Mooney, the freshman, you got to put pressure on these younger kids, see if they can handle it. Gradicke has it now outside the arc. They've run. We're down to a minute, run a minute off the clock here, and we've got a whistle and a timeout. 6:58 to play in the game, 32-23. Silex wants a timeout. We'll step aside as well. You're listening to the Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Area high school basketball from the 96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by McCoy Blossom Funeral Homes and Crematory, Bowling Green Ready Mix and Kearns Construction, Eastern Missouri Commission Company, Bouquet Florist and Gift Shop, and Jesse Owens Heating and Air.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Out of the Silex timeout, let's see what they've got drawn up. They still lead by 9, 32-23 as Van Far extending their defense a little bit. Still in a zone, but trying to play man with the guards out front if they can.
Over in the other gym, Clopton leading Louisiana 44-17. That's in the third.
Thurman now to Sarah Gradicke in between the circles. Back to Hall, who's checked back in with her 4 fouls. To Thurman. Thurman just a sophomore. To Mooney, a freshman. Sarah Gradicke just a sophomore. A lot of young players on the floor. Hattie Hall just a sophomore. Mooney gets out of a double team, gets it to Hall. Hall now puts it on the floor. Gets it to Thurman. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to do offensively, but it's burning some clock, whatever yes, it is. Hall on the left wing now. Being hounded by Conaway, and she's going to be fouled.
It's going to be the second on Panna Conaway. Just the third team foul or second team foul.
Nobody near a bonus as of yet. Just 6 fouls called in the half. This has been a quick game.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not starting the other one early, so there's going to be a long break in this gym.
Yep.
I'm guessing the other game's going to be over soon, too. As Placker checked that, Graticky drives baseline, but she
stepped out of bounds. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul instead on Mara Jensen, her third.
Well, everybody thought she stepped out of bounds, including her.
Yeah.
And the official had a foul on Jensen, so Silex will maintain possession with 5:39 to play in the ball game. Graticky triggered inbounds. That's Julia. They get it in, no problem. They'll get it back to Graticky. Now the baseline to Mooney. Mooney out the head of the key to Sarah. She'll hand it back to Thurman. Thurman now to Moody, left wing.
This is a full 2-minute possession.
It is. Mooney dribbles out of a double team. Yeah, it was with 7 minutes when they called timeout, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And now they throw it away. Jensen on the dribble. The big girl goes to the glass. It won't go. And she did wonders with that basketball trying to corral it.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't get the bucket to go, and back come the Owls now. See if they're going to continue to run clock. Now they're going to run that weave. And Mooney dribbles out of trouble in the left corner now into the double team in the left corner. Gets it inside to Sarah Graticky. She turns, goes to the bucket, and scores.
How did they get away with that one?
I don't know. The defense was overplaying so much when she split the double team, there was nobody home. 3 ball by Conaway. It's short. There's Jensen with the rebound. Her putback won't go, and we've got a jump ball. And, man, Jensen throws Hall to the floor. That was not terribly cool. But on the jump ball, it'll go back to Silex.
I don't know if she meant to throw her like that. I think she's just that much stronger than Maddie Hall.
So the Owls get it. Into the front court goes Sarah Graticky. And she's in a double team now. Now to Moody. This has been kind of ugly as of late.
Yeah.
Man, no flow at all. Thurman hands it off to Hall. They run the weave to Mooney. Mooney to the right elbow, and then Graticky is run over
by Jensen
on a pick.
That's going to be Mara's fourth. Nope, they gave it to Basket, her third.
Up off the bench is Madeline Caldwell, her first minutes of the game. And Jensen will take a seat. Mooney gets it, 4:08 to play in the game. Still a 11-point lead now at 34-23. Thurman gets it, and she goes to the bucket and loses her footing and is whistled for the travel. 7th turnover of the half, 15 for the game. As Caldwell will take a seat, Jensen back in after a short break. Basket now gets it to Jensen and a travel.
Yeah, she slid that back foot. She'd already established the other.
So Coach Menner doing a little offense or defense sub with Jensen and Caldwell, trying to get Caldwell in to play D and Jensen back in to play on the offensive end. Mooney dribbles through the defense and shoots the layup. First time they were able to penetrate against that defense, and Mooney gets the layup, and it's back to a 13-point lead at 36-23.
Yeah, there's no Jensen down there.
Right, Van Farnott just not getting any shots. That ball's deflected, and that's going to be back court.
Oh, she thought it was going to be.
It should have been. She was the last to touch. And they throw it away again to Van Far. Well, I thought they would get back into this, but now they've gone back to turning it over. That's 5.5, 15 for the game. And we're down to 3 minutes to go. Thurman to Julia Graticky, back to Thurman, and she stepped on the out-of-bounds line. That's the first one of the night.
Yeah.
We knew it would happen eventually.
So Julia will check out of the ball game. Back in is Lexi Plackmeyer. 5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
36-23 our score. Conaway to Basket. Basket at the head of the key. Back to Conaway. Right corner now to Keller. She'll shoot it from 17. It's short, no good. But there's Wilburn with the rebound. Her putback short as well. And Gradicke will get the rebound. And she's going to be fouled.
That's going to be on basket, her fourth.
And Silex will have it and have to go the length of the floor. Full court pressure this time by the Indians. Hall to throw it in. Gets it in to Mooney. Picked up her dribble, gives it back to Hall, gives it right back to Mooney. Mooney's going to break the timeline now with some space to Gradicke on the baseline. Back to Thurman. Thurman to Mooney on the left wing. 2:25 to play in the game. Mooney penetrates in, kicks it to Gradicke on the left wing. She won't shoot it from there. To Mooney, head of the key. Down to 2:14 to play. Mooney backs up. Doesn't look like Vanfar is going to have an answer, does it?
Nope, not tonight.
Thurman on the dribble. Spins out of trouble, back to Mooney. Mooney penetrates in, gets it to Gradicke on the block. She'll go up in a crowd. It's off the mark, no good. Basket with the rebound. They need a bucket in a hurry. Keller penetrates in the paint, loses the handle. Hall's going to pick up the loose ball, and then we'll have a jump ball. And so on the alternating arrow, we'll have back-to-back turnovers. And Vanfar will get it underneath their own basket. They'll work it around the horn off the inbound. They'll look to get Keller in the corner. She doesn't have any space. Her pass deflected. Conaway picks it up. Back to Keller. They're over in the far corner. They whip it around the horn now to the basket. She's open from three right here in front of us and drains it.
Is that the first one all night?
That is the first three by Vanfar all night. It's a good one. It makes it a 10-point lead, 36-26. 1:30 to play. Vanfar's timeout. We'll take a break as well. You're listening to Bowling Green Invitational on Eagle 102.
Every game, every night of this year's Bowling Green Invitational Tournament. Brought to you by Calumet of Missouri, Calvin's Restaurant, Ann Lane Boutique, Shelter Insurance, Frank Wallace, Agent, and MASH.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
96 Bowling Green Invitational here on KJFM all week long, all 22 games, either on the radio at 102.1 or online at kjfmradio.com. Also, you can get us on the KJFM app on your Alexa-enabled device.
If you got anything that's electrical that'll pick up a signal, you can get us.
Exactly.
That's what it seems like to me.
Coverage this week also brought to you by Silex Banking Company and Evans Insurance Agency. We'll switch to the high school gym for the late game tonight. After a small break in between games while they clear out the gyms, we'll send it back to the station for a little bit following our post game here from the Silex and Vanfar game. And then we'll pick it up with the late game over there. And we'll have this second game between Ellsbury and North Callaway on the website.
Silex still controlling the ball after the timeout. Vanfar unable to turn them over, and there we have a 5-second violation. As soon as I say no turnovers, they do that. Number 10.5, 18 for the game for the Owls.
Over in the other gym, Clopton has stretched that out to a 52-17 running clock lead in the fourth on Louisiana.
Under a minute here, it's 36-26. Keller gets it to Conaway, now to basket. She'll shoot the three from the head of the key, off the front of the rim, no good. Jensen with the offensive rebounder, putback won't go. And Hall with the rebound for the Owls. Off to Mooney. Mooney slams on the brakes, and she'll just slow things down with 39 seconds to play in the game.
Really good job by Silex killing the clock here in the fourth quarter.
Oh, man, they've burned a lot of it, haven't they?
Uh-huh. They have one of the clumsiest-looking weaves, but somehow effective.
And they really haven't taken care of the ball that well with
No.
18 turnovers, but they've been able to stretch the lead out, led by as many as 16 as Conaway fouls there, and nobody's in the bonus. So
I think she turned around and looked at the ref and said, really?
I don't think
18.1 seconds to go.
I'm not sure she wanted to foul.
Yeah.
And we've got a whistle and another foul. There's no point in fouling.
No.
I don't know where they're getting their instruction
That's going to be
from.
a 1-and-1, right?
It will be now, yes.
That one was on Carmen Wilburn, her third, with 15.9 seconds to go, and it'll put Lexi Plackmeyer at the line.
She'll get a 1-on-1 opportunity with 15.9 seconds to play. And it's off the back of the rim, and then she gets her own rebound. The only player for Silex in the front court, and she gets her own rebound. Now they'll foul again. I'm guessing they're just wanting to make sure there's not as long of a break between the games. That's the only thing I can figure.
Is that what they're worried about?
Well, you can't catch up. I mean, so Mooney will go to the line, and she'll make the first free throw of a 1-on-1. She'll get a second. Lead back to 11 at 37-26. Second one off the back of the rim, no good. Jensen with the rebound, and she nearly throws away. Saved in by Wilmer. Now it is thrown away. Thurman catches it, and she'll stop with 4 seconds. They'll get it to Mooney, and now they'll finally let them dribble it out. Silex is going to win it. 37-26 over the Lady Indians of Van Far. They advance on to the semifinal round on Wednesday night. Our postgame show is next on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
Well, you're right. We've got a lot of time to kill between games. This one getting done just after 6 o'clock as Silex defeats Van Far 37-26 over in the high school gym. That game's still going on. Clopton leading Louisiana 56-19 in quarter number 4. But this one, Silex built the double-digit lead in the first half and did a lot of clock killing in the second half. They only score 12 points in the final 2 quarters, and that was enough to sustain the win over Van Far.
Yeah, pitchers duel in the fourth quarter, 5-3. The scoring advantage, as we talked about, not the prettiest we've ever drawn up, but effective nonetheless. And they'll advance on, raise their record to 500 at 6-6 on the season, while Van Far will drop to 5-6.
And the Indians just were never able to establish that post presence. We saw, Mara Jensen against Ellsbury be a dominant force, and that just didn't come to fruition tonight.
Yeah, she was, and they got some open looks in the first half that didn't go down, but then Silex defense was pretty good in the second half, with the exception of Haley Basket getting a couple open looks from deep. Silex did a nice job defensively to keep the good guards from Van Far corralled.
Again, our final 37-26. We'll take a break here on the post-game report. Come back with the scoring for this ball game as we continue the Eagle 102 post-game show.
96th Annual Bowling Green Invitational Tournament action on Eagle 102. Brought to you by Hayden's Motorsports Center, Brown's Processing and Smokehouse Meats, Young Enterprises, Penrod Real Estate, and Clint Bowen Construction.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Tracy Brookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. People's Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Final here. Silex, the 4 seed, defeats the 5 seed Van Far 37-26 down the hall. It was Clopton over Louisiana. That is a final 58-21 is the score over there. So Clopton against Silex, 1 versus 4 in the championship semi on Wednesday, and Louisiana and Van Far over here in the middle school gym in the consolation semi. Both of those will be the early games on Wednesday. The 5 o'clock starts. All right, we've got a little break before we get to the second games. So as soon as we wrap up scoring and everything, we'll send it back to the station. Our late games tonight will be Ellsbury and North Callaway here in the middle school gym. That game on KJFMradio.com and on the air and online, Winfield and Bowling Green, the 3-6 matchup with a 6:45 pregame with Marianne Everhart and Corey Buchanan from the high school gym. Final scoring numbers in this one. For Van Far, only one player in double figures. That was Haley Basket with a dozen. 7 points for Mara Jensen, 5 for Carmen Wilburn, and 2 points for Devin Keller. And Conaway held off the score sheet tonight. So the 3-ball was non-existent for Van Far. Just one hit by Basket there in the 4th. For Silex, they only had one player in double figures as well, but they had quite a few hanging around. 11 points for Julia Gradicke, 9 for Lexi Plackmeyer in her return from that ankle, 8 points for Maddie Hall, 7 for Abigail Mooney, 2 points for Taya Williams. That came all the way back in the first quarter. So Silex wins this one, 37-26.
Wasn't a thing of beauty, but good win for the Owls. Now they can focus on the Lady Hawks from Clopton for Wednesday night's game.
Do you think they try and slow things down against the Hawks on Wednesday?
Probably so. I mean, it seemed to work pretty well for them. Kind of as we said during the broadcast, not exactly the smoothest thing of beauty, but effective nonetheless. You know, and when we talked about it, you're mostly have sophomores and freshmen at the guard for Silex, so they're just learning. You know, they're going to be good. They're going to be pretty good in the next couple of years.
A little on-the-job training.
Well, at a game like tonight, that's a good win because they turned the pressure up on them a little bit. Did Van Far, and the Silex girls were able to handle it. Although they did have 18 turnovers, but the 18 turnovers didn't seem that bad to me. You know, like we talked about in the pregame, sometimes they come in bunches and teams go on runs, and the next thing you know, you're down by 10. But Silex was able to stay away from that. If you're having dead ball turnovers rather than live ball turnovers, that helps as well. And even though the turnover number wasn't the best for the Owls, they came away with a win tonight.
All right, let's grab a hot dog, grab a soda, and regroup. We'll be back in about a half hour with more basketball, our second games of the night here from the opening round of the 96th Bowling Green Invitational. For Jim Ross, Mark Runnick saying we'll see you a little bit later with more here on KJFM.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of area high school sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.